Can they do it again this season in the Premier League? Our referee today is Andy Madley. On VAR, it's Peter Banks. And we're underway with the Albion playing from right to left. And getting it wide to the left-hand side to Estupinian. Colwell back to Steele. Steele with a short pass into the left side. Charging down by Gabriel Jesus. Out for an Albion throw.
That took far too long there, didn't he? He's waiting for the challenge to come in. And that now puts us on the back foot in our own half.
Gilmore back to the penalty taker, Estupinian, who fires it straight in. I think that's hit Odegaard flush in the face. Wow, that probably hurt. He had no time to react, really.
There's a little section of fans behind that goal, Johnny, all dressed in black t-shirts. The ultras are them. About 50 of them. See it?
Yeah.
The drum.
Yeah, absolutely. They got the drum. Well, at times Arsenal, it's been called, you know, Highbury was the library, wasn't it? But certainly not the case this afternoon. Also, just along from them, Warren, travelling Seagull supporters.
Oh, tremendous again, isn't it?
Wonderful.
You take the bottom section in the corner there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many fans they've been given, but they always take the allocation, don't they?
Yeah. You're missing no action because Odegaard is receiving treatment now after that ball hit him in the face from Estupinian. Well, I guess this is a big afternoon for Arsenal, isn't it? I guess the pressure is all on them. They know they have to keep winning, don't they? I mean, as it stands, 4 points behind Manchester City after their 3-0 victory against Everton.
Yeah, the pressure's on them. They have to keep trying to keep chasing Man City. Man City have done that all season to Arsenal. Got the noses in front now. Now it's vice versa. You have to catch us.
Yes, the pendulum has swung slightly to put Guardiola. They've got a big game coming up in midweek. So we, of course, will be making the trip to Tyneside. Join us Thursday night from 7 o'clock for the trip to Newcastle. Here in North London, play resumes with an Albion throw-in. Ciso turns it into the midfield. Dangerous, really, and he's relinquished possession immediately. Odegaard on his feet now, getting on the ball to White. White back to Kiwior, the Polish centre-back, who's played well in the last couple of games by all accounts. Gino, sitting midfielder, using White again on the right side. Down the line it goes, but it's drifted out of play from the former Seagulls defender, who's got white tape on his right wrist.
But it seems, Johnny, Casino's playing as the fullback, isn't he? Pascal is playing centre midfield. I think it's pace, isn't it? Martinelli running at Pascal Gross. There's only one winner there.
So Albion haven't got it out of their own half, but they're trying to send it long to Ferguson. Bumps off the ball, but Gross nudges it on there to McAllister. He then uses Caicedo, who's now attacking down that right flank. It does look like he will be playing at right back rather than Gross. Of course, they can interchange, but McAllister getting on the ball. Midway through the Arsenal half, back to halfway. Gross left-footed to Colwell. Colwell closed down by Odegaard. Mistake in the midfield, but it does find Gross. That wasn't the intended target. It was meant for Gilmore. It didn't get there. Gross on the ball now. Shiny orange boots. Albion completing a lot of passes in the opening couple of minutes.
Yeah, it looks like, Johnny, I don't know if Jahus is playing on the left-hand side up front, and Martinelli playing down the middle.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It's an interesting one. Maybe they felt that that was an area they were going to try and target because they thought maybe it was Gross. I don't know. But it's not. It's Caicedo at right back for the Albion. Or Pascal Gross trying to play that back there to Lewis Dunk, but he's bypassed his captain and it's gone straight out for a corner. The first of the game coming a little bit nervy there from Pascal Gross.
That's what you don't want, is it? Putting yourselves under pressure.
Yeah, it's what they did in the early stages against Everton.
Sit down now, Johnny. By the fans just sat down.
Yeah, they're always late at Arsenal. Most of them have now taken their seats. Corner them for the Gunners over on the left-hand side. It'll be swung in right-footed. A lot of jostling in the 6-yard box. On a block of Steele as well. Near post. Headed away by Caicedo. Good defensive work by the Ecuadorians. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Mitoma's taken one there. And I think it was Martinelli.
It was Martinelli, yes.
And, well, I may have to check that because it looked very forceful. Mitoma's gone down. He's holding his head. And that was a real bump.
Well, he's caught it unaware, first of all, Mitoma. He's headed it clear, and then is it his shoulder or it's not his elbow, I don't think.
Maybe it's just, well, it is a head injury, so in theory I would have thought the medical team would be straight on, but Martinelli came in and it's his shoulder, isn't it?
think better from this angle.
Had his eye on the ball initially, but then, oof, tell you what, I think he's come out of that one okay, Kaoru Mitoma, but he now knows he's in the game.
There's two of them now. Two wonderful players, Odegaard and Mitoma, have had head injuries. And if they're not walking up, they don't know.
Certainly the case. One thing I have noticed that Enciso is playing down the left and now Mitoma's on the right. I don't know whether that might change because it may be just from the corner as Colwell tries to angle it forward, loses out. That's sloppy, and Arsenal will have possession with Saka into the middle, picked up there by Arsenal and Kiwior going back towards goal. White plays it back to Ramsdale. Real competition for the placing goal for England. Ramsdale had a great game, didn't he? So did Pickford, of course, against the Seagulls. It's Ramsdale who goes long. Big header away by Caicedo, picked up by Jesus. Picks it away from the Albion midfielder, but now Albion clear, only as far as Xhaka. Xhaka left foot in, short pass down the left channel. Jesus has a man on the wing, but back there defending is Mitoma.
I think our passing's not been right yet, Johnny, hasn't it?
No, he was a little bit nervy after the other day rather. Here's Lewis Dunk. His one's gone straight to Saka. Cut out, edge of the D, shoots, stops, calls for Odegaard, twists, turns, tries to thread it through the legs of Caicedo, has it again, back heels it. It's away by Colwell, unconvincingly with his right foot. Caicedo to the rescue, free kick for the Albion.
You say we look nervy, that's for sure. Passing there, Lewis Dunk trying to crossfield pass, dangerous. Cut out by Xhaka. He has his shot, but it's blocked. It's felt to Odegaard. I think he's going to pull the trigger, and he tries to.
Yeah,
I don't know why he didn't shoot.
On his left foot as well. Oh. He's been so dangerous from that position, just outside the box of late. As Warren was mentioning earlier, 15 goals this season from Martin Odegaard. Sliding in there's Caicedo, free kick. Gunners players straight in at Andy Madley, wanting a yellow card there for the Albion player, but just trying to diffuse the situation somewhat there, the referee. It's certainly been a feisty start, Warren, if a little bit untidy from the Albion in the first 7 minutes.
Well, that's his last warning. His first warning and last warning.
Certainly the fans just in front of us certainly feel it should have been a card. Slightly from the side, Martinelli has gone down. He's actually stayed down as well.
But what is the referee do? Why don't you just call the visual one?
I know, they've taken time, and they took time as well down here for the bang of the head to Mitoma. Gabriel Jesus, I think, is saying it's a tackle from behind, it should be a yellow card. And actually Andy Madley, sort of the way he's gesturing, suggesting that he came in from the side, and that's probably why he's got away with it. So again, a very long conversation between Gabriel and the referee. Mikel Arteta is certainly not happy. Odegaard comes to the near side, takes on a bit of water and has a quick chat there with his manager. There will be another stop in play. It's been a bit stop-start so far, Warren.
Yeah, it hasn't. To feel that's suiting us a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, because not started well, have they?
No.
I'm just trying to think, have they actually had the ball much? I mean, probably a couple of passes in the Arsenal half, and that's been about it. Son desperately trying to break through again after he was out earlier. Martinelli finally gets to his feet over on the left-hand side of the pitch.
He's got up very gingerly, Johnny, Martinelli. I'd like to see when he gets the ball, see if he sprints.
Yeah. I think he's going to be able to continue. The obvious replacement would be Trossard to come on, but I don't think we've got to that stage yet. But we shall see. He's going over to the far touchline.
I think at the end of the day, Johnny, any given day, there could have been 3 people in the book already.
Yeah.
Martinelli should have got booked.
The more I look at the Martinelli challenge, the less I like it. He looks more like he's actually using his arm more than his shoulder, and he wasn't really looking at the ball. He was initially, but we'll see how this develops and whether the temperature rises here at the Emirates Stadium. Played 9.5 minutes. It's goalless at the moment. We've had no real goal-mouth action to speak of so far. Throw on the far side. Moises Caicedo playing it right back to take it. And maybe to try and find Ferguson. He's gone short and then plays it back to Steele. Steele will be keen to deny Arsenal this afternoon. Plays it short to Colwell, onto the left side. Estupinian powering it in towards Ferguson, clear, and as far as Gilmour, who tries to drill it low towards Mitoma, but it's curling all the way towards Aaron Ramsdale. Maybe just need to hold on to the ball for a little bit longer and not force a pass, maybe.
They haven't put 5 passes together yet, Brighton.
Not so far. The voice of the former Seagulls striker Warren Aspinall with us, as always, home and away on BBC Radio Sussex. Goalless at the moment after 10 minutes. Ramsdale straight down the middle of the pitch. Dunk is there, heads it away. Saka gets to the second ball. White goes on the overlap. Saka and Sisu failed to tackle him. Reverse ball to White. White near post along the ground. It's dribbling towards goal. Not what he intended. But thankfully for the Seagulls, Steele is unchallenged and can pick it up. Disappointing delivery from the former Albion defender. And that £50 million switch to North London. And he's got to keep Julio and Ciso quiet. And Mitoma playing on the right. Maybe trying to spring a little surprise, perhaps, Roberto De Zerbi. Here's Colwell at left back. Into the feet of McAllister. Uses Gilmour. Colwell back to the keeper. Rolls it to the edge of the box, just past Xhaka, and it gets to Gross. Gross looking over the top, and Ciso gives chase. He's got him behind White. Can he bear down on goal? Turns onto his right foot, back onto his left, shoots near post, tipped over by Aaron Ramsdale. Well, it was a very tight pass from Steele to get the ball into the middle to find Gross. It was nearly cut out by Xhaka, but immediately the Seagulls go down the other end, and then Ciso comes closest to a goal we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's a lovely pass from Pascal Gross, isn't it? Again, taking a risk at the back, got away with it. What Ciso does, beats the 2 players who are marking him, gets it on his left foot, and a pop shot near post. So you hope the keeper would save it, but nearly crept in.
Well, one squeezed in at the near post on Monday night, didn't it? First Albion corner then. Gross to take it on the left-hand side. Centre-backs are up, just looking for position at the back post. It's curled in, and the referee's just stopping because there's a bit of pushing and shoving, and I think
it's like a wrestling match, Johnny.
Lewis Dunk is involved.
And Xhaka.
And Xhaka as well.
I don't know the rules now, Johnny. These set plays, corners.
I think he's just trying to get away from Xhaka. Xhaka's sort of holding on to him, but I think it was 6 or 1.5 than the other. I don't know really. There's a lot of bodies in there. Albion have 3 along the 6-yard box. We come back to Gross so we can take it again and we can restart. And Ciso comes near post. Caicedo's on the edge of the box. Gross trying to pick out one of his teammates here as he lost it into the box. Near post again, headed away by the Arsenal defence, and it's over to the left web, picked up by Martinelli. Gilmour tries to stop his run, but Martinelli plays it square into Xhaka. Xhaka overran it, and Gilmour did well to win it back. Now on to McAllister through the middle. McAllister looking to the left, finds Estupinian. Estupinian now, and trying to find a bit of rhythm and tempo as Gilmour curls the ball across there to Mitoma. He did very well. He was at full stretch, and there was a player coming towards him there, Billy Gilmour.
It's been a good challenge initially, Johnny, to win the ball back.
Yeah. Feisty part to his game, if needs be, Billy Gilmour. Albion fans have been impressed and calling for him to start today, and he did. Here's Ciso, blocked off by White, but Ciso comes back and then caught holding his right ankle. Right under the nose of Mikel Arteta in the technical area.
I don't know what Arteta's complaining about there. It's right under his nose, and it's caught him, hasn't it? Free kick. Soft one, it's a free kick.
Yeah. No card for Ben White. Shakes hands with the 4th official, which is Darren England. Both managers in black crew necks. Grey trousers for Mikel Arteta. Black, of course, for Roberto De Zerbi. And those spangly white trainers as he takes a glug of water. Waiting for his side to take the free kick. Gross from the left-hand side. Estupinian's there as well. He's waiting to say, can I go? He just touches it to Gross. Gross now, taking it forward. Squares it to McAllister. It's a bit straight, there's not much of an angle. He then uses Gilmore, but Albion have got players forward here. Curled into the box, easy header away. And Arsenal managed to clear. Odegaard, nice touch to the left. Looking to break. And Cisse just drags the foot there of Xhaka, and it's a free kick for the Gunners. Good clearance by Kiwior. Albion need to defend now because Saka's on his way down the right, cutting inside of Estupinian, squares it into Jesus, first time, back to Odegaard, wants to shoot, he does, but it's not far wide either. He wants a corner. Jorginho saying that there was a touch on the way through. He was allowed far too much space there, Martin Odegaard.
You can't let Saka come inside like that as well on his left foot. He's going to play into Jahus, who came off the centre half far too easy, just laid it off to Odegaard, who got shot away. Just too simple to make it harder for the opposition.
Yeah, make it hard for them to score goals. Quarter of an hour played, still goalless here at the Emirates on BBC Radio Sussex. Estupinian into Gilmore, back to the edge of the box, and Colwill sauntering from left to right. Waiting for Odegaard to come towards him, plays it into Gilmore, back to Dunk. Trying to just set the trap if they can. It worked once as they got Enciso forward in the first 15 minutes of the game. And Steele has it now, just rolling it just out of his area. Now he fires it long. Great run by Caicedo. He's a little bit too straight and Ramsdale's out of his area. Cushion volley to find Martinelli. With a crack on the back of the head from Evan Ferguson, who's not really touched the ball so far in the game.
Ferguson's not touched it, but Martinelli's down again.
There's a little word, Andy Madley there with Evan Ferguson. Good to see him back, Warren, isn't it? First time he started since that trip to Chelsea.
Yes, but what I saw there, Johnny, Mitoma made a great run inside, created lots of space for Caicedo to run on the outside. A better ball from Steele. He's in, isn't he?
Yeah, it was just a little straight, wasn't it? Right idea. Quite get there with the execution on that occasion. Another free kick for Arsenal. They've won 5 out of their last 6 Premier League games here at the Emirates. They've scored 3 goals in all of them. All those victories, that's 5 wins with 3+ goals is exceptional home form. And they're trying to go on the attack there. It's cut out by Estupinian, and he's nearly got in possession. Now Ferguson comes deep, finds Estupinian. McAllister out of his feet, trying to get it past White. Back to Odegaard for the Arsenal. Pulls for Enciso. Outside of the right boot. Good run from Evan Ferguson. Dragging Gabriel with him down the left channel. Tries to turn him. Out for an Arsenal throw. Better work there from Ferguson.
He's unlucky, Ferguson there. I think Martinelli, that bang on the head, I think it's done him from Ferguson. He's gone down again.
Yeah, he has.
I think he's coming off. Trossard's coming on.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little bit earlier than we expected, but the former Seagulls winger will come on here after 18 minutes of this first half. It's a couple of times now that Martinelli's gone down. Trossard ready for action. Scored 7 goals for the Seagulls in this campaign. How do you think this might affect things, Warren, in terms of an attacking threat from Arsenal?
Well, he's a very good player, Trossard, isn't he? We know how good he is. Very tricky. Carries the ball well. Caicedo has to get tight to him. Do what? I think he's coming off with the injury. I think it's his ankle what's coming off with Martinelli. Caicedo, again, get tight. Let him know you're in the game.
So the Belgian international coming on in the red and white of Arsenal. Hugs Martinelli as he comes onto the pitch. A big cheer from the Gunners fans. And for the rest of the first half, he does push forward. He will be able to hear some of the Seagulls supporters. They're over in the right-hand corner. Throw for Arsenal. White back there to Kiwior. Kiwior left-footed across the pitch. It's a nice ball to find Tierney. Did very well there, the pole. Tierney now onto Trossard. His first touch hits his heel and goes out of play for an Albion throw. A big cheer from the Albion fans. They enjoyed that. They weren't far away. It wasn't quite in front of them, but they would have enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it's important to what Matoma's doing is pushing him back. Sometimes Trossard does switch off. They want to run back, does it too much? So if Casido can get that space and get it and run into it, what Matoma's going to create with his movement, I think we can have a bit of joy on the side. Not too much down this right-hand side, with our left-hand side, the right-hand side with Ben White. But Teeny, he wants to get forward and join in, doesn't he? Sometimes he does overdo it.
Well, we know how many times Leandro Trossard scored from the left side, just inside the box. So certainly Moises Caicedo and Lewis done quite busy, I'm sure, at times. But 20 minutes played, it's still Arsenal 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. So Stupinian takes it away from Saka, then goes back to Colwell. All into the middle, Ferguson won't get there, lost out to Gabriel initially, but then he recovers, puts it towards halfway, Mitoma doesn't get there, and Tierney turns it back to Kirill.
I think he has to be on his toes there, doesn't he? Martin Mitoma.
Yes, a little bit more there. Shoved by Stupinian on Saka. Free kick for Arsenal, just inside their own half.
He's letting a lot go, isn't he, the referee?
Yeah, sort of set out his stall, really, hasn't he? Taking it quickly into the centre circle. Good work by Ferguson to dispossess his man, then he's found. Free kick. That's what Albion want from a number 9, isn't it? Come back, win the ball, and then get yourself a free kick.
Well, it's poor like Jorginho. Knocked him over, he's down. And then he's used his strength to get when there's a foul from Jahus.
Jorginho's just trying to show his leg there to Andy Madley, as if to say, look, there's the scar.
Lewis wants to get up.
He is finally getting up to his feet, Jorginho. I just think, really, when you think about Arsenal season, Jorginho and Trossard have been 2 excellent signings for them, haven't they? Well, and probably just elevated them that little bit more when they had a little bit of a struggle because they didn't have Gabriel Jesus for so long.
No, and the experienced players, aren't they? Both for the national sides. And Jorginho, he's done very well with Chelsea, hasn't he?
Jorginho making the switch across London and playing regularly now as Gilmour slides it down the left. And Ciso on the side. No, there's a late flag. Right idea by Gilmour, just trying to play it in behind White.
Well, I think the pass is perfect, Patrick. I think Ciso has to keep on side, isn't he?
Yeah, you're looking along the line there, aren't you? A reminder, Mitoma is on the right and Ciso is on the left. And a slight change. And Ciso now told to go back 10 yards because he's encroaching a little bit too close as we head to midway point of the first half. Kirill, left-footed, drills it down the pitch. Back there goes Stupinian, ducks under the ball. Not quite have enough momentum to go out, I don't think, but Saka's in there. No, referee's assistant says the ball has gone out of play. So there'll be a goal kick. Looked tight, Warren.
He did look tight. Took a risk, didn't he? Stupinian took the risk. Trying to shut it. Yeah. He's losing pace all the time, wasn't it? Yeah. He just gets his foot around it. Just gone out. Good eyes, the linesman.
Referee's assistant on the near side with the call. And it remains 0-0. Colwell slotting it into McAllister. He's beaten by Jorginho. Play forward to Odegaard. Slips it into Jesus. Tries to take on Dunk. Tight angle. Saved by Steele at the near post with his foot. Behind for a corner. They're banging that drum now, those Gunners fans behind the goal.
Yeah, again, not keeping the ball when you played into. You have to be stronger. Quick 3 passes and they're at you, aren't they? And Jahus got his shot away. It's a good save in the end. From Steele.
Well, you know what Jesus is like. He's sharp. Any chance to shoot, he will. So Saka comes across to take the corner. It's from the right-hand side, so 3 at the back post for Arsenal and 3 in the 6-yard box. Now they all come into the middle. It's hoisted in and Steele has missed it, but it's headed away. Mitoma hooks it, left-footed, clears it to the near side, but it's picked up again by Saka. Trying to crowd out Steele successfully there. Back into the box, away by Colwell. Xhaka, simple pass to Trossard. Trossard now trying to flick it wide. Will he get the return? Didn't make the run, and Gilmour comes across. Takes it to the goal line and then wins a goal kick. May have brushed off the Albion player there, but
double ricochet, wasn't it?
yeah, I think so. We can see that. We're only about 250 yards away. Goal kick, we'll take it. What about the way that they crowded out the Albion keeper there, Warren?
Yes. Is that Vincent Kompany in the stand?
It is, yes. Done an amazing job with Burnley, heading to the Premier League next season.
Probably invited by Michael Arteta.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Mikel Arteta, sorry.
So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was back, wasn't he?
Yes.
First time at Old Trafford yesterday. Here's Steele just taking his time. Short pass to Gilmour. Arsenal weren't quite sure whether to press there. Albion now with Dunk. Cross to the right. On the touchline is Caicedo. 10 yards inside the Arsenal half. Trossard forcing him back. Dunk again. And we said that the first 15-20 minutes would be important. No goals in the game so far here on BBC Radio Sussex. And Ciso wide on the left. Stupinian coming back into position. His bypass goes to McAllister. He curls it forward, trying to pick out Gross. Gabriel's header goes down into the ground and Xhaka ties up by pushing it back to his keeper.
They need to force it doing that then. McAllister's trying to force the ball to keep the ball moving, to gradually get up the pitch, then force it in the final third.
Yes. Slightly unlike Albion, the way they played this season, but
see how I Colwell is on Odegaard there.
Yeah, gone right up the pitch. Sacked him in, and Xhaka's got it away to the left-hand side to Trossard. Jesus tracking in the middle. Trossard now onto his right foot. Away by Mitoma. Good defending. Big cheer there for the Japanese international. Now Ferguson comes to join in. Nice turn from him onto his left foot. Into McAllister. Back into the middle. Gilmour trying to get away from his man. Brought down free kick.
It's done well though, Gilmour, to win as a free kick. This is good play defensive-wise. Pushing Trossard back and taking the ball off him. It's a poor pass. Gilmour made into a bad one into a good one and got another free kick, but he was away as well.
Yeah. Xhaka wasn't. I mean, a good tracking back by Evan Ferguson, but Xhaka was spitting feathers there at the referee. Here's Colwell into Ferguson. Not ball forward, and Kiwior sees it through to Ramsdale. It's also what Ferguson offers you defensively as well as attacking, I think, to a certain degree.
But I think the third man running, that was perfect for Enciso to move forward.
Yeah, and make the run beyond. That's something that maybe Albion haven't quite had as Ramsdale picks the ball out for a throw. Just a thought while we're at the Emirates for Enoch Mwepu, who scored here in that Albion win last season. We wish him all the best. Playing career may well be over, but not forgotten by the fans and not forgotten by us. A lovely character, a lovely bloke, and we wish him all the best. Going forward by Steele to Caicedo, who's popped up in midfield now through the centre circle. Powers it across along the ground to Enciso. He cuts inside of Saka, rolls in into McAllister. He tries the layoff. Enciso goes down looking for the foul, but I don't think it was. I think the referee got it spot on. Odegaard takes it too far. Gilmour did well with the tackle, and Albion have possession again.
Tell you what, De Zerbi's not happy about something. I think there, when they played it back, Gilmour's won the ball, but you need to go forward. He's won an initial tackle, then he's laid it off to somebody. You have to go forward, not back.
Yes. So passionate and so animated on the sidelines. Goes past him there. Out for an Albion throw, midway through their own half on the left. Stupinian,
but it was
ready to take it.
Good play from Moses Caicedo on that side, coming inside. He didn't stay wide, he came inside off the line. I think Steely found him, and then you break away. Cutting, slicing open this Arsenal side for the moment.
Yeah, well, we said it might fall into their hands in terms of Arsenal looking to be a little bit more adventurous. Arteta grabbing the ball as it goes out of play, but it'll be an Albion throw. Well, they lost consecutive games once this season, the Albion. Desperate for that not to be repeated here today in North London. A little bit more composed, if a little shaky for the first 5 minutes. Wins already for Manchester City and for Brentford. Free kick, Jorginho foul by Gilmour. Again, the Gunners fans want a yellow card.
Poor pass. Message on there, isn't it? Sloppy. Yeah. If you want to play like this, you have to be perfect, don't you, in your passes.
Yeah.
Breaking down early doors with the fullback getting it.
Colwell launching it over his shoulder a bit aimlessly, really, but Enciso making a bad pass into a good one. Then tries to drive past a couple of players, still going. Gets it forward and just trying to get it wide to McAllister, unfortunate, because now here come Arsenal. Odegaard to Xhaka. Xhaka rolls it to the left. Trossard into the box. Looks up onto his right foot. Off the top of the crossbar. And behind for a goal kick. Still 0-0.
Yeah, again, break very quickly, didn't they? They've nicked the ball off us there on the halfway line. Cisse giving the ball away, McAllister. But then again, into Odegaard, into Xhaka. Xhaka pings it wide to Trossard. Trossard drives at the fullback, cuts inside. Good strike, but it's the crossbar. Let off.
Yeah. I think we've seen him so many times cutting off that left onto his right foot to score. Teta had his head in his hands as play back to Steele. It's already tight. Now Arsenal press and Colwell clears. Asking Mitoma to come off the flag, and he's got there first. Then pushing it forward too far for Enciso. Yes. How to play for a throw.
That's all Colwell could do there, couldn't he? Knock it over the top.
Yeah, just
2 against 2, but now we're back in their half, aren't we? Let's get that high press right and make their goalkeeper keep, which we have done.
Yeah, force their midfield into mistakes. Looked like that maybe nudged into Jesus, but now he's putting it forward to Ferguson. He's offside with the left, so a free kick for Arsenal. Try and take it quickly. Tierney not taking it from the right position, so it has to go back a few yards. Kiwior gets the ball rolled.
I think if we get at Kiwior, Johnny, on the outside, he wants to get on his right, on his left foot all the time, doesn't he? So I think his right foot's standing on.
Yeah. Here comes Mitoma. He gives it away.
It's a poor pass from Gross.
Yeah.
It's 3 yards away and he's pinged it in.
Doesn't quite hit the ground running. Again, De Zerbi shouts back at his backroom staff. We're quite sure. We're not quite close to him, but we're not close enough to hear exactly what he's saying as Steele decides to launch it to the left touchline, and Estupiñán brings it down neatly. It's a good ball by Steele.
To be fair, the manager there, he's a yard away from him.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be, he's out that box, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But if he gets hit, it's his own fault. Forward it goes as Estupiñán gives chase. He's holding up on the surface there. He gets to it before the byline. White is in front of him. Estupiñán rolls it back for McAllister. 10 yards outside the box. Squares it. Dunk. May fancy his chances. No. Goes to the right to find Caicedo. Return to Caicedo again. Ferguson on the edge of the box in the middle. Gross turning it back and using Dunk once more. We're just starting to...
Just trying to suck him in, aren't we?
Yeah. Hold it up, let them come forward and then try and break through that line. As a nice ball there by McAllister to Enciso. It was tight, but it got there in the end, and Enciso driving forward down the left channel, trying to take Jorginho with him. Lays it off there to Estupiñán, but not enough on the pass, and the Ecuador left back has to give away the free kick.
He's done all the good work running at the defenders and tries to fancy back heel in the final third. You just have to keep it, don't you?
It looks like it's holding up there, so I mean, it is a hot day. No two ways about that. A few people arrive with a bit of a rosy face, I should say. Some of those that were maybe out and about first thing this morning, but here so far, 33 minutes played. We're still awaiting the first goal of the game. Arsenal have probably come the closest. They've hit the crossbar. There's a foul there on Saka. Andy Madley's decided finally he's going to give a yellow card. And the first recipient is Estupiñán, and he's told, I think that's his third time.
It's his first time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's probably Caicedo
He's getting mixed up.
More likely, but he pointed the 3 fingers, didn't he? There at Pervis Estupiñán, and that's not ideal to have a fullback on a yellow card after 30 minutes.
I think it's probably the softest decision the referee's made.
Of all of them.
Yeah.
Consistent player he's been. Not sure what the situation is with the player awards this season, but certainly plenty of candidates for the player of the year. Still 4.5 games to go though. Trossard's come across to take the free kick. It's 10 yards outside the box, down the right channel. That's 6 or 7 yards in from the right touchline. Reasonable angle. Albion trying to play a high line, edge of the box, fizzed in now, glancing header and it goes wide. And 2 Arsenal players were there. One was Gabriel, but I think it was Xhaka who may have got the touch. As he gets to his feet, it's a goal kick. After a little bit of a shaky start, you think Roberto is going to be a bit more pleased with the last 15-20 minutes? Right?
Yeah, yes. You can see what Brighton's trying to do, trying to suck him in and then play through, break that, the 4, probably Odegaard, Saka, Xhaka and Jesus, break that line and get after them. 1-against-1 situations. Like now, that's a free kick.
Colwell to Ferguson. Ferguson dragged down by Gabriel. Just the left hand that brought him down. So,
but I think he's away from him. He didn't bring him down, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he knew what he was doing there. Xhaka knows what he's doing. He's holding on to the ball, so Albion can't take the free kick. Andy Medley was very well positioned. He was barely 3 yards away from the action there, so did exactly what was required to give the decision, and it was the right one. Back pass to Steele is tight. Just got it away to Colwell. First touch is poor, but he then sends the ball long, and Mitoma, who switched to the left flank, gives chase. Up against Ben White. Switch flanks now, so maybe he can create something from the left-hand side. Turns and goes to the byline. 2 defenders come, rolls it across goal, back post, over the bar from Enciso. He was always leaning back, but he's 7 yards out. They want to hit the target from there.
Welcome to the game, Ben White. Mitoma just took him on, come onto his left-hand side, took him on, beating with ease, Johnny. But then you have to finish it, don't you? He's cut the goalkeeper out. Goalkeeper's scrambling for it, couldn't get near it. Something just running in at the back post. Enciso, he has to, I don't know if he's hiding behind Tina, but he's got a great connection. They could have got a better connection on. It's a goal. Yeah,
I mean, Ferguson it was who got ahead of the ball, unfortunately. Free kick for Arsenal. Billy Gilmore there with the foul. Discussing with the referee why he felt it shouldn't have been, but it will be all the same. I think I had a couple of chances in this first half, and both have fallen for Enciso. He had a shot at the near post that was tipped over by Ramsdale after around 10 minutes, and there, that shot left-footed well over the bar. Free kick, middle of the pitch, just in front of the centre circle inside Albion territory for the Gunners. Not much of an angle, but Jorginho drags it to the left to create one. Gabriel back again. Jorginho, the former Chelsea midfielder. Across to the left-hand side. Now look at the poise. Albion, who know that effectively 3 wins will guarantee European football next season. They may need less.
I think it's good pressing that. You got the centre half pressing. The first man to press the ball on Odegaard.
And then they have to hoist it long because they've got no other real option as Dunk turns it back to Steele. They're starting to find their momentum. Now they're trying to suck in Gabriel Jesus. On the angle is Gilmore. He then finds Estupinian. This is more like the Albion. Sucking him in. Now can they drive forward? Ferguson just overran it there. I think he thought the foul was coming from Jorginho, but he checked out of it. It wasn't given, and Arsenal have it back.
He has to be better though, Ferguson, doesn't he? Not giving his teammates a chance. Working hard to get the ball up there to him, and it's just coming straight back off him so far. The touches he's had, he's given the ball away probably on every occasion.
It's intriguingly poised at the moment as it goes long from Arsenal. One bounce beyond Saka. Estupinian just marshalling the ball back to Jason Steele. Still 0-0. A reminder, Manchester City, the only team to beat Arsenal here at the Emirates this season. Just that one defeat. They have had 3 draws. Albion looking to become the second team to do so. And they have a throw.
Well, very much in this game, Johnny. They've not with the better side for the last 20 minutes.
Yes, maybe Arsenal have the better chances, but Albion with a little bit more possession. Estupinian to take it midway through his own half. Long throw forward to Ferguson. Gabriel brings him down, another free kick.
Well, that's 2. Same thing, pulling him down.
I don't know whether Gabriel's sort of trying to do a man-to-man job on Ferguson. I just wonder whether Ferguson just drops off and goes on to Kiwior a little bit more. Because either that sucks in Gabriel with him, or gives Kiwior something else to think about. They're both left-footed, effectively, yes. And that's why I think, were reluctant to play him earlier in the season, because obviously Gabriel as well
Well, you'd rather have two left footers, Johnny, instead of Rob Holding up
Arsenal,
there.
yeah, I mean, well, Arsenal fans thinking, well, why? Of course, missing Saliba, such an important player. Their record with him and without is a marked difference as Estupiñán finds Mitoma, still hugging the left touchline. He's already created more of an impact. Into the middle to Gross, back to Steele. Forward comes Xhaka, trying to start the press. Oh, there's a poor pass out and Trossard picks it up, whips it to the left. Gabriel Jesus dinks it in, Odegaard leaves it back into the box, away by Colwell, right-footed clearance. I think Albion were lucky that fell on the right foot of Bukayo Saka, not the left. And they've got possession back. McAllister going deep, trying to sort things out.
We do play risky football, Johnny, don't we? It is risky football.
It is. Oh, yes. As I mentioned earlier, 92 goals in 27 games, 52 for and 40 against under Roberto De Zerbi. Here's Caicedo, made good ground there. That's the right corner of the box. Into McAllister, lay off back to Enciso. Tries to dribble it past Jorginho, no way through. And it's cleared back up to halfway. Now Colwell in the centre circle. Into the final 4 minutes of normal time in this first half, which is tied at 0-0. Seagull supporters making their voices heard.
See, they don't want to press now, do they? Arsenal are reluctant to press at times.
Yeah, because now they do, and McAllister's turned his man. He's got past Saka. Down the left channel, still going, getting to the edge of the box, lays it off Mitoma, he cuts inside, onto his right foot, thought about a shot, rolls it across to Gross, he's then dispossessed, and it's cleared by Gabriel Jesus.
I think you just have to pull the trigger there, Johnny, don't you? Mitoma.
Same before kick-off, wasn't I? Just a little bit more conviction in front of goal. Poor pass from Lewis Dunk, he was trying to seek out Enciso on the right there. It goes out of play. Out for a throw, down by the left corner flag.
I think we have to stand up there, Johnny, don't we?
Yeah.
With the rest of the fans.
I don't know, for me, I don't know. You're paying a lot of money for a ticket. Wouldn't you want to watch all the football? I guess maybe you want to get to the front of the queue, but
these seats they're in as well, Johnny.
Huh?
These seats, they're beautiful seats, aren't they?
Yeah, great, yeah.
Padded.
I'm sure they cost a lot. Here's Xhaka on the left-hand side. Give it well, and Enciso nearly got it in front of Tierney. Free kick by Caicedo there on Trossard. Well, there will be, I think, a fair bit to be added on. We've had a blow to the face for Odegaard. We had an injury to Martinelli. He's now gone off. We also had Mitoma, who was injured, so it could be a good 3 or 4 minutes to be added on. We shall see. I'm waiting for another ball to be retrieved over on the far side, so Arsenal can finally resume play with a free kick. Gabriel rolls it back to Ramsdale, who scampers back towards goal because he came a little bit quicker than he was expecting. All in yellow with his blonde hair. We debate about the England #1 in the future. I think he probably will at some stage. But to his left foot, good header by Caicedo up against Trossard, into the middle. Gilmour sliding across to the right. Gross to the touchline, and Enciso had to stretch to keep it in, but he did well. Wasn't the best of balls from Pascal Gross. He's not quite found his passing boots today. Here's Colwell onto Estupiñán. Now Mitoma runs across the pitch from left to right, still going, running into a bit of traffic. Got it back there to Colwell in the end. He has to stretch to try and keep it in, hooks it up the pitch, and Ferguson trying to outmuscle Kiwior, and he's done well, holding him up. Can he get the layoff? No, he's got the shot away, but he's dragged it wide. He was waiting for McAllister to come. Good play by Ferguson. Out for a goal kick.
I think McAllister was saying to him, look, you just play me in.
Yeah.
It's an up ball, but McAllister's made a great run on the outside here. Just to play him in.
I think maybe he'd done the hard work.
Yes, he showed good strength.
Into the final 60 seconds of normal time. Stay with us at the break. Update from the cricket at Grace Road to come from Adrian Harms. Don't forget, every ball of every game for Sussex this summer, live on the BBC Sport website. Goal kick then to be taken by Aaron Ramsdale. Right-footed into the Albion half. Trying to find Saka. Estupiñán didn't have his eye on the ball there, and he trod on the foot of Bukayo Saka. Are they given a free kick or a throw? I'm not quite sure.
Free kick, allows you to give a free kick.
Yeah. Well, A little bit of defending to be done late on here. Andrew Croft's just asking the fourth official, what are you adding on? We'll soon find out. Odegaard comes across. Midway through the Albion half. No, he's going to leave it for Trossard. So Trossard just rolls the ball into position. Albion again. The line now is on the edge of the D. Arsenal with 4 players in an occupied position currently. 5 minutes to be added on at the end of the first half. A fair bit more action still to be played. Here's Trossard with the free kick, curling it in towards Tierney. Comes off Gross, comes off his head there. He's trying to flick it there, the left back, and Gross kept his eye on the ball, out for a corner.
I think you have to be better though, Johnny. Out for a throw-in or something like that, but not for a corner. Still puts your teammates under pressure.
Saka it is who's come across to the near side to take the corner.
Charged his steal last time, didn't they?
Yeah, they tried to block him off and not let him get to the ball. He didn't. Will Saka try and do the same? Will he whip it in left-footed at the near post? Curls it in now. It's exactly that, but this time Ferguson is there to head clear. Back by Odegaard to the right side. Trying to go down the right. Here's Trossard, floats it back post. Gabriel tries to get the head. It's away by Colwell. Volleyed back into the 6-yard box. Calls for Saka. Pulls the trigger. Drags it just wide. Albion survives. Still 0-0.
Yeah, I think the Arsenal fans at the other end thought it was in the back of his net. It's a good ball in from Trossard, hanging at the back post. Didn't get it away, did we? Lewis Dunk volleyed back across.
Yeah, just
inches wide, isn't it?
They've had good chances, Arsenal, in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, just pulled it a little bit and too much. Saka.
I think Albion will probably be quite glad to get through to half-time now. Some Arsenal fans saying that maybe Trossard and Martinelli could have started. Oh, it's given away by Colwell. Picked up by Jorginho. Back into the middle by Xhaka. Headed clear. Now Ferguson. I'll lob it over the top of Tierney, who heads it away to the left-hand side. Caicedo takes it in his stride, injecting a bit of pace. Tried the reverse ball, but it comes back into the middle for McAllister. 15 yards outside the box. Trying to tee it up for Estupiñán, but good judgment by Ben White and then by Odegaard. Taking it clear, using Saka, and then back into Kiwior. Now Saka. He's powered it back to Ramsdale. He's just about got his eye on the ball as it goes. He wasn't going anywhere near, but he's not happy about the pass back to him. So 2 minutes played of added on time in the first half here on BBC Radio Sussex. Still 0-0. Arsenal have hit the crossbar. Steele's made 2 good saves. Albion have come close on a couple of occasions through Encisa.
Yeah, we haven't made their goalkeeper make a save.
They're taking a quick throw and they got Trossard away, but he's offside. But now he's put his flag down. Caicedo now trying to clear it. Albion win it. Of course, the Gunners fans say, what are you doing? It's from a throw. Can't be offside. Say he doesn't really know the rules, but Albion have given it away there, and Ciso loses out. Here's Odegaard driving into the box, left-footed across the face of goal, and it's out again for another goal kick.
And Ciso has to do better over there. Linesman's having a nightmare over here, flagging for free kicks and offside. He doesn't know the rules, does he?
As I say, 2 Arsenal players there out muscling Enciso on that occasion. Odegaard fancied his chances. Shot goes wide.
These Arsenal fans getting a bit irate, aren't they? Not going their way.
Well, I think the bottom line is, Warren, you know, they have to keep winning, don't they?
Oh yes.
And they know that. McAllister driving up the pitch, out of play. McAllister throws the ball away. And you can feel the tension. They're starting to get up on their seats now.
I think it's just putting ourselves under pressure there, don't we?
Yeah, haven't helped themselves in this first half. Xhaka playing the ball back to Ramsdale. He's on the left-hand side, towards the edge of his penalty area. White-footed, curling it into the middle. Trossard to inside his own half. The ball to find Saka. Saka brings it down his chest. Now wants to run at Estupiñán. Gets to the right corner of the box. Shifts it onto his right side. Drags it back on the angle. Good judgment by Colwell. Well positioned to cut it out and then clear.
Absolutely brilliant defending from Colwell.
made the anticipation, and a back heel by McAllister to give it away. Still not over this first half. Here come Arsenal again, looking to strike. Saka down the right, White's on the overlap, dinks it back into the box. This time it's away by Lewis Dunk, heads it to Mitoma, who sends that skyward and up towards halfway. Kiwior is underneath it. Ferguson goes to ground. No foul this time. He felt that Gabriel had a hold of him, but not on this occasion, says Andy Madley, and the half-time whistle blows. It's goalless here at the Emirates. Chances at both ends, lots of talking points. But level at the break. Warren Aspinall.
Yeah, it's one of them games, JC, where the referees made decisions for free kicks, what weren't free kicks, and just there in the last minute of injury time, I think it's a free kick on our centre forward, Ferguson. It's not been given. But we're causing our own problems at the moment. When we're under pressure, we're still trying to play. Sometimes you have to knock it over the top because there's lots of space in behind. But we're still trying to pass through the back. I know he wants to do that, but sometimes you can't always do it because the press is so good. But we've nearly been caught out twice in that first half. Okay, we haven't, but we nearly did. But it's the risk we take. But I think we need to be, on the other end, I think we need to be stronger. Fergus has to get hold of the ball, and Cisse has to get at the defender and think. On the other side there, I think with Thomas coming this side, on the left-hand side, to get at Ben White. He's done it once and beat him with ease. So the two wide players, and Cisse needs to do much better than Matoma's doing. Matoma's doing okay, but Ferguson has to hold it up, and McAllister has to get round him.
Well, let's see if Albion can put that into practice in the second half. I'm sure the tension might just build if it remains 0-0, but Albion level at the break here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0.
Johnny and Warren, thank you very much indeed. Full live second half commentary to come. Your chance to have your say in the next 15 minutes. No phone number yet. That's for at the end of the game. Text 81333. Start your text with the word radio. You can tweet at BBC Sussex Sport and WhatsApp 08000 321 333. Louis Miles dominated play, but Arsenal had better chances, and Cisse needs to bury those chances. The Gunners could say the same, though. We'd all take a point, wouldn't we? Interesting stuff. The halftime poem from the Brighton Bard. Kauru is hungry. He used to play with us on the south coast, but Matoma is enjoying some Ben White on toast. What are your thoughts? Text 81333. Start your text with the word radio and then your thoughts, or you can do WhatsApp 08000 321 333. We are Brighton. It feels good not to be 3-0 down at half-time. Fair point after the Everton game. I get your point. The time is 23 minutes past 4. A reminder then in the football already today. Brighton Hove Albion goalless at half-time. Earlier, Manchester City putting a lot of pressure on Arsenal, going 4 points clear with a handsome 3-0 win at Everton. 2 for Ilkay Gundogan once again. Brentford beating West Ham 2-0 in the Championship playoffs in the battle to get into the Premier League to join the likes of the Albion next season. 0-0 Coventry Middlesbrough this lunchtime. And congratulations to Chelsea's women beating Brighton's vanquishers Manchester United women by 1-0 to win a third successive FA Cup final for Emma Hayes' side. Stunning stuff. Good win for them in front of a record crowd, 77,000 for a domestic women's worldwide game. Fantastic day, fantastic story for the women's game, and a good day for Chelsea, not so much for Man United, who of course are a new club, reborn with a new investment, reinstated back in the top flight, and now here they are, top of the table, certainly flirting with the title and just missing out on an FA Cup title. So they are, I think, United here to stay. What about the Albion? Can they stay up? We are live next weekend, full live commentary on Albion women. I'll give you more details at the end of the show. To the cricket, though, quickly. It is over. It's been a draw in the featured game. Sussex away to Leicestershire. Adrian Arms.
Well, ultimately, it was a bridge too far for the Sussex bowlers. Leicestershire finishing on 295 for 6, leading by 135 with 20 overs remaining in the match. The skippers decided to shake hands. It was a valiant effort by the Sussex bowlers. 5 wickets in the match for Ari Cavelas and for Finn Hudson-Prentice. But in the end, tired legs and a lot of overs bowled by the seamers just proved a little too much. The highlights, though, for Sussex, 182 from Tom Alsop was a wonderful innings. and James Cole's again showing his potential with an innings of 70. Sussex, though, up to second place in the table after this draw. It's a good start to the season. They're still unbeaten. Next week, Glamorgan with Marnus Nambushane will arrive at Hove, and we'll all look forward to that one.
Yes, Ollie Robinson back for Sussex. Thank you, Adrian. And, of course, Steve Smith playing at Hove. I think that'll be pretty much a full house. Great stuff. And Adrian will be there. We'll get some reaction for you. We'll play that at the end of the show and certainly put it on social media for you. In a moment, we're going to look back on a great day at Hove for the Sussex Cricket Foundation. But let's do a little bit of a news, really, because it's a big story. If you live in a certain part of West Sussex, there's been a failure at a water supply plant. It's left properties across the West Sussex county with little or no water at all. Southern Water told us the outage followed low levels of chlorine at its Hardham water supply works. They said 20,000 customers have been affected first thing today. The number could grow to over 40,000 later this afternoon. If you are in the area, I'm sure you're getting this information already because you will be desperate, but let's just tell you there are bottled water stations at the following places: Pulborough, the Tote Cafe and Hand Car Wash, Stane Street, Pulborough, and at Billinghurst Football Club. So water stations in that part of West Sussex at the Tote Cafe and Hand Car Wash and at Billinghurst Football Club. If you are a vulnerable customer, there is a number to call. That is 0330 303 0368. So if you're a vulnerable customer and need bottled water as a priority, Southern Water have a priority services register. You need to ring 0330 303 0368. As promised then, let's talk about the Sussex Cricket Foundation's annual Discoverability Day that was held on Friday morning. Over 600 kids and adults from local schools, colleges, charities, day centres, care homes and community groups all got to play a range of sports on the Hove County Ground outfield. They also got to meet the Sussex and England star, Ollie Robinson, of course, rested for the current game that's just been drawn away at Leicestershire. Our reporter Ashley Addison-Edwards went along.
Oh, that's worth 2 points. Yay!
I'm Arup Tanner, Disability Cricket Manager at Sussex Cricket. For me, it's really a chance for us to thank the people that we work with. Schools, colleges, day centres, charities. Normally reach about 1,000 people who have additional needs, whether it be a physical disability or a learning disability. And it's a chance for them to come here and have a really memorable day in a special location.
You told me before you've been doing this for 8 years. How did this all come about?
When I joined the organisation 8 years ago, there were probably about, I'd say, 50 or 80 people that came to the first event. I ran it as a volunteer, and we've just grown it year on year, so that we're expecting about 650 attendees today. It will be a record again. It grows every year, so it's just expanded all the time, really. We do use it as a way of identifying talent. There's definitely a couple of people. There's a hitting zone activity further down, and we've definitely picked up a couple of players to join our county squad, just watching them hit the ball. We've also got our blind cricket squad here, so there's a VI cricket section, and they're always looking for new players as well. So yeah, no, it's very much about keeping an eye out for talent as well.
Oh, well played.
6. Good effort.
Clara, what does a day like this kind of mean to you, and what's your role here?
I think we're just here to let people with learning disabilities and difficulties to have an opportunity to do something that they don't get to do often because it's just not accessible enough. It just brings a community together that I think is often looked over. I have personal experience with my sister's got cerebral palsy, and she's never done anything like this, and I think it's just so brilliant because it just makes me happy and it makes them happy as well.
I'm Jayton. Everyone here has got like their own thing, but it also gives them a chance to see what it's like for other people as well, but also enjoy themselves and get outside, which is nice.
Tell me about what you've got going on over there. Some kind of batting game? What's happening?
They can put a blindfold on. You can hear the ball when it bounces, so you can then hit it without seeing it, which is quite cool.
Have we seen any that are quite talented out there today?
Yeah, there's some people that have hit it really far.
Yes, then you have to run and get it, and lots of exercise.
A little bit of a pain, but it's all worth it.
Yeah.
It's all worth it, definitely.
Nice. Woohoo! Well done.
I'm with Ollie Robinson. We're so used to the coverage of you and the lads and how well you're doing this season as well, but it's great to perhaps shine a light on other areas of cricket. And how good is this for the sport going forward?
Yeah, it's massive. I think grassroots is the biggest part of our game, really. If we can get that really flying and really going, then the next generation have got a great chance in the game. It's been a tough time in cricket the last few years, but these sort of days sort of make it all worth it.
Any particular activities you've enjoyed today? What have you been getting involved with?
I did get a few tennis balls chucked at me over there in the direct hit tent, so that's pretty good. I think the kids enjoyed it as well.
I'm Cole.
Nice one, you enjoying it today?
It's great, yeah, it's fun. I always do some batting and bowling and throwing stuff. I've been here to watch the Sussex game with my dad. It's great pitch. Evans stand on, and it's good.
Hey, great throw. Perfect score. Good, well played.
Oh, hello.
Hello mate, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. What's your name?
Taib Chowdhury.
How have you found today? What's it been like?
It's been, great.
Yeah, what kind of things have you been getting up to?
Doing cricket, playing a bit of basketball, playing a bit of football.
Any of them that you've enjoyed the most? Anything you really, you found you were quite good at?
Well, I'm good at everything.
What has it been like for everyone here today? You feel like everyone's really enjoyed themselves?
Yes, they have. Everyone enjoyed themselves.
3, 2, 1, smack. Yes, love it, well done.
I'm Kenny Moore, I'm Disability Coordinator at Albion in the community.
What have you thought about today? It's a real chance for everyone to express themselves.
Yeah, it's an incredible experience. It's great to see so many people here. Great to see so many people just doing loads of different activities.
And this really kind of lives up to the work that Albion in the community can be really proud of.
Yeah, 100%. We do so much good work and it's great to work with Sussex Cricket and Arup and get these sessions going.
What have you been up to today? So they're testing how fast their shots are.
Yeah, so we've got two kind of stations. We've got, you see how fast your shot is, and then we've got a dribbling where you can see how fast you can dribble around 2 mannequins. So yeah, everyone's having a good time.
Fantastic. Seen some high scores so far?
Some very high scores. 67 I think is the highest, which is 67 miles per hour. Is very
straight into the Albion first team.
Straight into the Albion first team. Do we need a striker?
Brilliant stuff going on here, and now I'm down at this cricket game that's going on. What's your name? How are you feeling?
Yes, my name's Jared. I've been basketball in a wheelchair, and it was something I'd like to do again.
Yeah, so today's really fun. It gave you a chance to find new opportunities, new things to enjoy.
Yeah.
Michael Ashton, work for Web Trends Optimise, one of the sponsors of Sussex Cricket Club. Role here today, volunteering, helping the kids, ultimately really there to support them, egg them on and make sure they have a good day, really. I mean, a lot of these kids don't get these opportunities. Having something like this today, it's fantastic, it means the world to them, and it's great to see the sort of joy on their faces as we go through the day. Growing up as a kid, I mean, meeting your heroes was always something that you always dreamed of. I think some of these kids get to see it. Some of the disability team are down here today. So walking around, meeting the children and obviously having a good kind of chat with them. So for the kids it will mean the absolute world, getting out of school but also getting involved in these kind of games that they're constantly watching.
We're with Tom Haynes, Sussex batsman. Tom, quite a day here for Sussex.
Yeah, brilliant. It's great to see so many kids here enjoying the game. Yeah, it's a great day put on by the foundation.
How much does it mean to the club as a whole as well? So many kids, obviously, as you said, getting their chance out on the pitch.
Yeah, it's massive for the club. Every day we hold this day, I think, and it's getting more and more popular each year. And it's really good to see. It's a great day put on by the foundation. They've done a great job again.
And it shows just how much of a great community they've got there.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a big cricket community in Sussex, and yeah, as it showed today with the amount of people that turned up.
I particularly remember you, Alfie, last season, an interview for BBC Radio Sussex saying how you couldn't wait to smash Surrey for the D40 squad here in Hove. What has the last year been like for you as a part of that squad?
Yeah, so it was lovely to play here. It was enjoyable for all of us to play at Hove, and can't wait to play here in June the 18th.
Absolutely, and you were telling me that you were the one who scored a lot of runs in that match against Surrey. How did that go? What was that like?
I was really tired when I got 99. I was on 99. They all came up to me and said, "Oh, you're going to bottle it." And I said to them, I was like, "I ain't going to bottle it. Just leave it." So I left it, and I got 162. Finished on.
Who said you were going to bottle?
Surrey. One of the Surrey players came up to me and said, "Oh, you won't get 100 at Hove. Your county ground." I was like, "Yeah, I will." So I got 100, and it's all right.
How much did it mean to actually get a match at this county ground? You were just telling me about that.
Oh, it was just amazing. We got here early, got the whole facility to ourselves, and yeah, enjoyable playing here for the first time ever.
That means really a lot to the D40 squad. Yeah?
Oh yeah, 100%. The greatest win ever. Now hopefully we'll beat Middlesex. That's the biggest game. Middlesex at Hove during the 18th.
Absolutely amazing. You were telling me as well, you've actually been selected for the England squad, the D40 England squad, is that correct?
Yeah, so the England Disability LD team, every year they're going to get like youngsters to come in and play for them. So I was like, I'll come in, and when I got that 162, they come and asked me to play for England. And we went to a trials for the Disability England, and we went for 4 trials, and I got on the 4th day.
Absolutely fantastic. So you've been selected, you potentially play for them in the future?
Yeah, so what we've done is now, we were meant to be playing last Monday against the DPL, Disability Premier League, and now the next one's at Edgbaston Foundation Ground.
Thanks so much. Right, so your season's already started, you're really looking forward to what's to come at Hove, yeah?
Yeah, so I can't wait to play at Hove and start playing cricket again.
Yeah, very special day. Thanks to Ashley for the report. Surrey Day being held tomorrow. And a reminder, the Albion. Goalless at Arsenal. Yes, we can do this. Up the Albion, says Raymundo. Let's find out if they can. Johnny Cantor and Warren Aspinall at the Emirates.
Doesn't look like any changes for either side. Already, of course, Martinelli has been withdrawn. Leandro Trossard coming on in that first half. A few last-minute bits of instruction for Julio Enciso from Roberto De Zerbi, who looks like he'll be operating at the start of the second half on the right with Mitoma on the left. They have made 4 changes with Colwell coming into defence, Billy Gilmore, Enciso and Ferguson all starting. Paddy Madley just checking as Arsenal prepare to kick us off for the second half. Albion will be attacking the clock end in the second period. And Gabriel Jesus gets us underway. Ramsdale immediately trying to get it forward and being quite direct. Stupinian tries to head it there. He's already on a yellow card, and Jesus shoots, and that comes off Lewis Duncan, goes for an early corner in this second half.
And just one. Back to the goalkeeper, big hoof up front. Falls to Jesus, and he's pulled the trigger and he's got the corner out of it.
Albion immediately under a little bit of pressure. Far third of the pitch is in sunshine at the moment here in North London as Saka prepares to take it. They previously tried to crowd out Jason Steele, and now try to do the same here as Saka prepares to take the corner. Kiwior goes to the near post, doesn't get beyond Estupinian, who heads it clear for the Albion. Odegaard's first touch goes backwards, and then he rolls it into his own half to find Ramsdale. Ramsdale, right-footed. Again, it's direct to the edge of the box. Good leap by Caicedo. Calls for Trossard. Former Albion winger getting it to Xhaka. Now Tierney. Tierney the one change for Mikel Arteta, replacing the injured Alexander Zinchenko. Here's Gabriel with a short pass. Xhaka's got a little bit of space here, so he needs to close him down. Gets the edge of the box, trying to thread it through to Trossard. It's blocked, and Albion come away with it. Julio Enciso to Gross. Sorry, to Gilmore. Trying to find McAllister, but that's a misplaced pass, and Albion giving it away cheaply, something they can ill afford to do in this second period, Warren.
Yeah, we can't do what we did in the first half. Didn't have to work hard to get the chances, did they?
No.
Attempts on that. We have to work very hard to get our half chances.
Yeah, that's something that Roberto De Zerbi will have instilled in them at half-time as Colwell tries to get it to Mitoma. Mitoma's cushion header into McAllister. 10 yards inside the Arsenal half. 2 to his right. What is Enciso? He backheels it, asking a lot of Moises Caicedo. Trossard always the favourite to get there first, but Caicedo hasn't given up just yet. Trossard plays it back to Gabriel, who clears. It's headed out of play by Lewis Dunk.
Again, Johnny, breaking forward, sloppy with the passing. And CC, get all of the ball, don't flick it, make sure it gets to your teammate.
Yes, I think there was a little bit of water applied at half-time, but going very direct at the moment. Don't look that one down. He felt he was fouled by Gabriel Jesus. Interesting battle between those two this afternoon. Gabriel Jesus started out on the flank with Martinelli in the middle, but has since more to a central role as Steele drives it straight there at Gabriel Jesus. He goes down now. Just about at this point in the first half that Odegaard got hit in the face, and now Gabriel Jesus is down, the Brazilian Probably require a bit of treatment as it's bounced into his head, but slightly stunned him there, hasn't it?
We've got away with it, haven't we, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad ball out, isn't it? Steele didn't really get enough height on the ball away, and if he'd been more alert, he might have been able to control it and cause problems. The play was stopped, and now it shall resume. Albion have it through Cole. Across to Dunk. Dunk drills it up to Ferguson. To the right to Caicedo. Caicedo tracking back. Instead of playing it right back, referred there to Gross. Maybe that extra bit of pace that the Albion midfielder has compared to the German, as Steele tries to suck Arsenal out. Colwell left there by McAllister, now to Enciso. Enciso's got runners ahead of him. One is Mitoma. Enciso just took too long, was going to shoot, doesn't get the return from McAllister, trying to win it back. Near side is Tierney. Tierney does a job on him and gets it to Xhaka. It's wasteful really from the Seagulls in a promising position. Here come Arsenal on the break. Xhaka to Xhaka. Forward now, trying to find Trossard. Foul by Caicedo, free kick for Arsenal. Which they've taken quickly, and they've got it to Saka down the left wing. Up against Caicedo. To his right side, tees it up, edge of the box. Trossard feeds it back. Xhaka trying to drill it across, but Dunn got the block in. Offside anyway, so nothing would have come to it, and it will be a free kick. But again, Enciso in a really good position.
It's 3 against 3, Johnny. We've got runners either side of him. The Thomas trying to create space for him to keep running into. He slows down, and shapes the gun he's going to shoot, and does it pull the trigger? Runs into a wall of red shirts and gets it taken off him.
Well, just indication of a little bit of lack of confidence to really go for it. But Albion have gone direct to find Mitoma. Nice hoisted ball. White trying to hold him up. Mitoma by the corner flag onto his right foot. Checks. Waiting for a runner on the outside. Estupinian takes a touch, flies it in there. Headed behind. Oh no, it's come back for Estupinian. Close range header. It's in from Enciso. Albion have the lead. It wasn't cleared by Arsenal. It's drilled into the ground. And there is Julio Enciso to head it in from close range.
This time he used the space very well. It's a great run from Pervis Estupinian. Get beyond. Little down the side. He's put it in the back post. Well, near post. It's got headed clear, but it's kicked back in by Estupinian. And it's fell to Enciso, who just put it in the empty net, more or less. Yard out, 2 yards out.
Yeah, unmarked, relatively simple job.
We're in our own half, Johnny. It's a long ball, but Thomas and Billy. Foot race with Ben White. He's beat him and keeps the ball very well here. Mitoma comes inside, shapes, but then it's a great run from Estupinian. Just dinks it back post. It doesn't get there. It falls to him again, and there you are. Thanks for coming. I think Saka plays him on, coming back out.
Yeah, he goes into the ground. It goes loops over the head of Tierney, whose first clearance wasn't brilliant. An Arsenal player has gone down in the 6-yard box. I think it's Kiwior.
Yeah, Kiwior. I think he's his ankle.
You can hear those Seagull supporters away on the far side.
If we can hang on to this win, I mean, this is going to be a big win for us. I'm not worried about Arsenal's title challenge. It will be over by then. I think it's over anyway now. But to go above Spurs and Villa with 2 games in hand still, massive.
Psychologically, big goal for the Seagulls. Big goal for Union Saint-Gilloise, who are leading Genk by 1-0. Another one the clubs which Tony Bloom has an interest in. Quite possible that they could be in the same European competition next season. Kiwior, who has his boot off, so may well be struggling. He's desperately trying to put it back on, but it seems to be very painful. Gabriel's still not happy with the referee for something, but I saw nothing in that build-up to the goal, Warren.
No, and it started in our own box, really. Come short, didn't we? Ferguson came short, but then long ball. That's what I said towards the end of the second half. You don't have to keep playing short. It's through the lines. Sometimes it's a good ball, 50-yard punt on the pitch, if it's controlled, and that was control from Colwell. But again, energy from Estupinian to make that run.
Never gives up, does he? whatever happens, he keeps on going. So Albion leading by a goal to nil as the restart is played back to Ramsdale into the left side. Colwell's header infield. We said there would be goals. I was starting to worry for a moment at the break, but Albion who have their noses in front. Lewis though, all the pressure now on Arsenal to come and attack the Seagulls, and that might help them. And Matoma's off again. Loose pass at the back, taking on Kiwior. Still going towards the corner flag. Karen Mitoma goes down. Free kick, I think.
Referee does it now.
Didn't want to blow his whistle, did he?
No, I don't know what he's give. Does he give a free kick?
I think he has.
Or throw-in, he's going to throw in. Referees. What can we say, JC, about the referees? And not get into trouble. None of these managers get into trouble.
Yes. Albion have it on the left side, on the touchline. Stupinian provided that cross. Having Mitoma snuffed out, and Xhaka plays it to the 18-yard box. Gabriel to the left. Tierney. Shorts, hits hard. Foul by Julio Enciso. Just looks at the crowd there, who are giving him a bit of grief.
He's going down before isn't he? He's going down before. Let's get set, doesn't he? And see, just get set. Don't have to dive in like that. It's a cheap free kick given away.
Warren Esmond with us on BBC Radio Sussex with the Seagulls leading by a goal to nil. So they've only dropped points to 3 sides this season: Brentford, Newcastle, and Manchester City. Oh, there's a loose pass there by Xhaka, but he's managed to get it to Jorginho. Gross trying to apply some pressure. He went in strongly, and he'll get a yellow card. That seems harsh to me.
Again,
first ball, isn't it?
First challenge.
Well, I think it's of his own making, really, Andy Madley, because he let so much go. Maybe he left a little bit on Jorginho there, Pascal Gross. I don't know, but there will be an Arsenal free kick. Of course, a lot of people will be looking at this in terms of the title race, but for Albion, they knew that they probably needed to pull out a result against the top 3. They've still got work to be done as Ferguson comes across. Good block. Header there by Julio Enciso. That came off Tierney. Yeah, it's a right decision by the referee's assistant on this near side.
Yeah, he had it onto his head, didn't he? Enciso. But good pressure from Ferguson there, closing Gabriel down.
Caicedo ready to take the throw, using Pascal Gross. Now Gilmour. Caicedo runs into a bit of traffic. Gabriel Jesus has gone back there to get it for Arsenal. Across the back line, from left to right, along the ground to Kiwior. Again, just trying to keep their structure. Colwell coming forward to try and stay with Odegaard, who's going to a deep position. Cross that into the sort of 9 position now, and he's trying to be picked out there, but Stupinian now running back towards his own goal, gets there, and then plays it back to Steele. Calmly done there. Steele just chipping that one up there to Caicedo, who chests it off there to Gilmour. Back to Caicedo again. Stupinian joining the attack, taking it across to the left-hand side. Sweet move so far. Here's Mitoma into the box, just took it too far, lost control of the ball, and it's thumped clear and out of play for an Albion throw.
Again, the Stupinian energy levels are frightening.
Yeah.
1 minute he's defending in his own box, and the next minute he's running with it, lays it off to Mitoma. Matoma's driving at the Ben White, but Ben White's just jockeying. He's running out of space. Good defending, held him up really, didn't he?
It'll be good to see the distance stats for Pervis Stupinian. Sometimes see the heat map, so it's burning a hole on the left-hand side of the pitch. And played into Ferguson. Well to recover to win that back against Jorginho. Now he turns, looks towards the Arsenal goal. Up the pitch he goes, rolling it to the left. Mitoma with a bit of space, pulls it back for a Stupinian. 3 in the box for the Albion. Gilmour comes short and then plays it back to Colwell.
I think Welbeck's ready to come on, Johnny.
Maybe Ferguson just tiring somewhat. Started again for a month. Had that knee injury as well. And of course, one eye as well on Thursday night football away at Newcastle. Joined us for that from 7. Gross slack there as he tried to flick it and nearly lost it. Albion win it back. Now he finds Gilmour. Gilmour back to Colwell. trying to pass it around Arsenal at the moment. It goes to Steele.
What they're doing, they're frustrating this crowd. That's what they're doing. Brighton at the moment, keeping the ball, and that's what they want. And then all these players of Arsenal listen because they'll press, and then we can play through them.
Yeah, that's really what they want, isn't it? It's a little slip there by Estupinian, and Jorginho threading it through towards Saka. Matoma goes back to defend. Good work from him. Dunk across to the right. Caicedo acting as the right back. Still no Veltman, still no Lamptey. Oh, that one just bumped up. Trossard it was who goes back there. Caicedo holding his face, but I don't think he was really hurt in the challenge. He was just trying to hold up play because Arsenal are breaking. Odegaard to the right. Saka, you know he wants to cut in. Now he goes on the outside, takes on Estupinian, pulls it back. Another good interception by Colwill. Second time he's done that in the game. Anticipated the pullback, and there he was.
Colwill, brilliant defending. Reads the game very well. Colwill there.
So Welbeck's going to come on for the Albion against his former club, and a double change coming up as well for the Gunners as Jorginho tries to set Gabriel Jesus on his way. Reece Nelson and Dominic Partey.
Nelson was at live when he came on, wasn't he? In the cup game.
Yes.
I remember him coming on towards. Or he may have started, I'm not too sure, but I remember the name.
Yeah. Here's Caicedo, comes off Trossard out for an Albion throw. That will allow the alterations to be made by both sides. So first we go with the Arsenal changes. No, it's going to be Billy Gilmore to come off. What do you make of that, Warren?
Strange one, I'm honest. He's done very well, Billy Gilmore, again.
And it looks like it's going to be Xhaka and Jorginho who are coming on. Partey and Nelson coming on. So plenty of attacking players on the pitch. Well, for both sides now, really. Albion leading by a goal to nil.
Well, what Welbeck and they'll drop deeper, won't he?
Yeah. He's going to have to work and do a bit of defensive duties as well. Really Gross and McAllister now sitting. And there's a free kick for the Albion. Foul there. Estupinian has gone down. It'll be a free kick. So the quarter now played in the second half.
I think he just caught him the loose elbow there. Odegaard. But now McAllister will drop deeper, won't he, in midfield with Pascal Gross.
Certainly a lot for the Arsenal defence to contend with both Welbeck and Ferguson on the pitch. I thought they might have treated Ferguson with kid gloves, but here comes Dunk along the ground, doesn't find Estupinian who's gone into the striker role. Nelson loses out there to Enciso. Ferguson down the right. Think about playing it into Estupinian, who's now tracking back to left back. Free kick there. Foul by Nelson on Caicedo. To get back up on his feet. Helped on his way by Pascal Gross.
Good play. Again, Ferguson winning the ball. That's what you need him to do. See, these players, like I said earlier, they're machines, aren't they?
They certainly are. It's going to be a free kick then. 2 yards in from the right touchline. 25 yards out. Gross told to get on with it by Andy Madley.
Can we get that vital second goal?
Pascal Gross taking his time over this. Dunks at the back post, so is Ferguson. Curled in there now. Out comes Ramsdale. Punches, got a good connection. There's an offside there anyway. Going up to the halfway, but it'll have to come back for the free kick. Albion leading by a goal to nil. 63 goals this season, make that 64 now. Came into this game with the 5th best attack in the Premier League. If they can hold on to this win, they could go 6th in the table, above their rivals Tottenham and Aston Villa. Here's Trossard, encouraging White to get forward, but it finds Bukayo Saka. on halfway. Little wriggle to get away from Mitoma. Drives into the middle of the pitch. Finds Jesus. Onto Nelson. Nelson onto his right foot. Shoots. Good shot. Just wide. Struck it well enough, but it was off target. Goal kick. Still 1-0 to the Albion.
That's what Nelson's all about, isn't he? Very direct. Straight away he gets the ball, he wants to take him on. And just had a little warm up for Casino. So look, don't show him inside, show him on the line. Because if he comes in his right foot, he's powerful.
Well, he's been linked to a few clubs, Reece Nelson. Went away on loan for a bit, didn't he? But he's certainly got talent. Dunk to Caicedo. This time Nelson brings down free kick. Mikel Arteta jumping up on the touchline. Pascal Gross having a word there with the Arsenal manager.
What's the manager doing? Yellow card.
Madley gives Mikel Arteta a yellow card. I think there's not much need for it really in that moment in the game, is there? But which sure it necessarily helps his players either.
It's not helping his players, it's not helping the crowd, is it?
No.
Because the crowd are getting
because they feel aggrieved, I think is the word. There's Steele at the back. Dunk now, trying to find Ferguson. Gabriel goes in there. Gross can't get it forward. Trossard challenging with Caicedo. Thomas Partey into the middle. Comes back for Kiwior. He sets Odegaard on his way. Onto the right to find Bukayo Saka. Held up initially by Estupinian, helped out by Mitoma. And Mitoma plays it back there to McAllister.
I think
Colwell.
Going that left-hand side, and then going to the left-hand side of Colwell, Mitoma and Estupinian. I think they've been brilliant today. 10-3.
Yeah, they have done very well. They tried Mitoma on the right to begin with in this game, but they switched him to the left, and it certainly has worked. And that's where the ball is now, with Levi Colwell using McAllister. Bounces back, it's given away. Trossard trying to get onto his right foot, and Gross calmly heads it back to his keeper. The deflection came towards him.
Colwell again, rescuing McAllister. McAllister getting caught with it. Yes, trying to press, gets cut out. But look, Colwell straight away sees a danger.
Well, I did ask Roberto De Zerbi in the press conference on Friday whether he wanted him to stay. Is he the sort of person he wants to stay? He said, I want to work with him for 2 or 3 or 4 years. Of course, he's only on loan at the moment. Chelsea may have other ideas. Caicedo now playing it back to Steele. 20 minutes played in the second half on BBC Radio Sussex. Arsenal 0, Albion 1. Gabriel comes forward, heads it on there. Dunk has to jump high to get that back to Steele, who shouts loud to tell Colwell, I'm on my way.
Again, just trying to suck in. It's a dangerous ball, that is a little chipping, isn't it? And yet, Ferguson against Gabriel. Gabriel's there, is tight, touch tight. Probably an inch or so bigger than Ferguson as well, taller.
Bring it out from the back, they're using Welbeck. His first real meaningful contribution is to play it back to McAllister, who releases Dunk on the right. Into the feet of Welbeck again, he's made a forward run. Wanted someone to go down the right, changes his mind, plays it into Enciso. He then lays it back to Welbeck, cuts across the pitch, gets the edge of the box, lets fly, far wide. Decent attempt that by Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, it was played around partly. They're partly trying to block him off. Just shrugs him off. Little 1-2.
And he started the move as well, didn't he, Warren?
Yeah, 1-2. Yeah. It's like nothing on.
They felt there was a foul in the build-up. Seagull still leading by a goal today. Heading towards the midway point of this second half. Goes to halfway. Gabriel Jesus dealt with by Lewis Dunk.
Done well, Lewis Dunk there. It's a little bit strong. Jesus trying to hold him off.
Welbeck over on the left now.
Oh,
Mitoma sent Ben White out the stadium. Now he's driving down the left. Got runners in the middle. Mitoma again, he took it too far. Estupinian wins it back onto his right foot, curls it. It's just wide. That's a good chance. Now the flag comes up for offside.
Taking some stick, this line's on the other side, isn't it? Oh.
We may have to go undercover later, I think.
Oh.
The turn from Mitoma though, Warren.
But again, it's a great run, John. He's carried the ball a long way, but there's no end product again. How many times have we said that today?
Yes, that final ball, that final pass.
It's okay running. But why not? Okay, he's backing off and backing off and backing off. Shoot.
Forward it goes, direct from Arsenal. Underneath it is a Stupinian. Double header from him. Party in the middle. Loses out to McAllister. He's over halfway. Argentinian trying to get away from Trossard. Uses Ferguson. Ferguson got runners out of his feet to Enciso. Back to Ferguson. Oh, he can't get the shot away, and Party manages to get it back to Ramsdale, who clears. Only as far as Caicedo. Roberto De Zerbi saying, come on, let's keep it calm, keep it moving.
They're living dangerously now, Arsenal, who are chasing the game.
They certainly are. They know they have to find a response. That could help Albion as Mitoma brings Welbeck into play. Cross now to Caicedo. Down the line on the right to Enciso. Two to pick out if he wants to, but he just rolled it wide to Caicedo once more. Now Gross. Not a short pass there, but Caicedo got there just before Gabriel Jesus. So they're in a good position. Leading by a goal to nil. McAllister over on the left. Off goes Stupinian again. Good tracking back by Bukayo Saka, but Albion have won a corner.
Link up play again then on the left hand side. Mitoma, Stupinian, Ben White and Saka. They're thinking, what's going on here? They either come again, these two. It's just wave after wave. Not as much as his right hand side. Left hand side. Our left hand side, it's been brilliant.
But they are really going for it, trying to find that second goal, Warren.
Yes, they are. And I think it will come from that left hand side. The first goal came from that side.
Gross goes across to take the corner over on the left hand side. Mitoma is the short option. Saka's gone with him. The sun in his face here, Pascal Gross. There's lots of targets to pinpoint if he wants. Curling it in, 6-yard box. Headed away there by Gabriel. It's up by Estupinian. Across the pitch to Caicedo. Trying to get it under control. Maybe a little bit of hand work there by Reece Nelson, but here's McAllister patiently playing it wide to Enciso. Can he find that cross? Goes to the byline, covering across, it looped up, took a deflection. A bit of a wasted opportunity that really for the Seagulls as it's rolled out to Odegaard. He holds it up, Welbeck fouls him, free kick.
Welbeck didn't need to foul him, did he?
No, he didn't. He'd held him up, he'd done the job. I also think Enciso should have done better on the right, maybe, but it's his goal that separates the two sides. As Ben White tries to take Arsenal forward and over halfway down the right, using Bukayo Saka. He's up against Mitoma. Back to White again. Arsenal trying to use that right flank. Squared now. Party. Seen him with a decent strike on him, as is Odegaard. Odegaard picks out Trossard straight at Steele. It's a delightful pass by Martin Odegaard, and Trossard didn't really get hold of it, thankfully for the Seagulls.
No, it's good play from Arsenal. If you give Odegaard time and space, I think he's a little bit tighter. McAllister on Odegaard. Didn't get the pass then through, does he? A little pass.
Well, Arsenal wanting their players to close down Steele, who has the ball at his feet. He uses Colwell onto Mitoma. His ball in field is headed clear by Kiwior. Now White back to the pole again. Just joining us, Albion leading by a goal to nil. A header from Julio Enciso in this second half has given the Seagulls the lead. Massive focus on this game for a lot of reasons. Another change coming up. I think Facundo Buenanotte is going to be coming on for the Seagulls at some point. Maybe as a replacement for Enciso, or Enciso goes central. Arsenal have given it away. Welbeck back to McAllister. On the left touchline is Estupinian. Only one way for him, and that's forward. There's a foul, free kick. Oh, Saka goes down, holding his ankle. All kicked away by Estupinian, I think, there. Maybe a little bit harsh. It was, I think it's as he blocked off by Mitoma. Quite sure how he hurt his ankle. It was a bit of a shoulder barge, but
it's good play again. He's in, isn't it? It's good down, a little 1-2.
Yeah, he was off and running, trying to make that run. As McAllister tries to put pressure on Party. Now Trossard decides to come deep. middle of the pitch, rolls it up there to Jesus. He turns stuck, gets it onto his left foot, outside the edge of the D, cuts back onto his right. Can he get the shot away? No, trying to squeeze it wide there to Reece Nelson. Deflection as it comes off Caicedo. There's a free kick in there, I think, somewhere.
It's good play that from Caicedo.
Yeah.
It's won the tackle. It's gone out wide. They've received it, but he's trying to close him down, and Jehoot has just tripped him up off the ball. Referee sees it.
Yeah, he's done a brilliant job at right back. Yeah. Jesus raises his leg, doesn't he, to try and stop Caicedo coming across to get to Nelson. Good spot that by Andy Madley. Still 1-0 to the Albion. Free kick. That's the steal it goes. Now on to Cole. He goes long. White's there before Bitoma. Wins the header. Difficult over on that side, actually, with the sun beaming into the faces of the players as Gabriel turns it back there. Ferguson looks like he's starting to blow a little bit. Not surprising, really, as he's come back from injury. As Enciso gets on the ball now, needs to get hold of it, but trying to flick towards Ferguson. Yeah, plenty of time, no one around him.
I think he was watching the player, really, wasn't he? If you're going to take it, you have to take it.
I'm thinking Buonanotte for Ferguson, but I may be wrong. You just have to not do too much for Ferguson. Got another game, long trip to Newcastle on Thursday. Steele drilling it low to Bitoma, lovely ball as well. And Ben White goes across, but his tackle isn't enough to put the ball out of play. Bitoma up on his feet. Back to Estupinian. Turns it back to Colwell. We don't want to do anything silly. Gross and Estupinian both on yellow cards at the moment. It goes all the way to the keeper. Steele. He knows he can just wait for Arsenal to come towards him. McAllister now to Dunk. Ferguson with their laugh to Gross. Gross setting Julio Enciso on his way, but Gabriel is...
It's okay, it's only that, because it's in their half. I think they have to be a little bit better, keeping it. But it's gone in behind the defenders, so the defenders have to turn, and then they have to build a play up. We get ourselves organised and set.
Entering into the final 15 minutes of normal time in the second half on BBC Radio Sussex.
Look how high Colwell is, stopping at Odegaard.
Yeah, he's like in a striker's position, he's just tracked him all the way. I know that Odegaard likes to get it deep, but it's gone long to Jesus. Great control. He finds Saka. Saka across the pitch. Well cut out by Caicedo. What a job he's done. What a player he is. Long clearance by Steele. Ferguson trying to back into Gabriel there. One by Welbeck. Welbeck across to Enciso. Wants the 1-2, but he's blocked off by Tierney, so Welbeck has to go on his own. And he's done well there. Now he flips it in. Hit by McAllister. Oh, just wide. I think Ramsdale had it covered. It'll be a goal kick, I think. I think there's an injury for...
It's good play from Danny Welbeck, isn't it?
And here come more changes for both sides.
Ramsdale scrambling along, didn't he? Certainly again, Caicedo, brilliant, isn't it?
Unbelievable player. Here's Buonanotte coming on. And it is Ferguson to come off. And Smith Rowe is going to come on for Arsenal.
Odegaard's coming off.
And then Nketiah.
Nketiah had Jesus.
Jesus and Odegaard. So Xhaka, Jorginho, Odegaard and Jesus all coming off in the second half. Good work from Ferguson today, Warren.
Yeah, he worked hard, doesn't he? Bit stronger. His touch a bit better in the foot. Needs to be better in the first half, but grew into the game.
Goal kick then for Arsenal. They'll make it. We've still got another 30 minutes of normal time, plus I think a fair bit to be added on as Levi Colwell comes forward to head it up to halfway. Enciso, who's switched to the left, Buonanotte on the right. Oh, Enciso's gone down there in stages.
He was in stages. I think he's got a knee up his backside, I think.
Is it cramp? Thomas now stretching him, but
no,
I think he's holding, he's holding the back of his right leg. I hope that's not another hamstring injury.
I think he got kicked, kneed in his
thigh.
It's clever. Because he was off the pitch and he just dove onto the pitch like he's diving in a swimming pool.
Well,
he's the goal scorer. That's
yeah. Henry Enciso with a close range header from about 4 yards out that has given Albion this valuable lead, but can they hold on to it for the remaining part of this game? Dennis Undav seems to be preparing himself. Now, everybody's going to be required. They have to go again. Another game coming up. It's a quicker turnaround between Newcastle and Southampton. Southampton relegated, of course. You come to the Amex, of course, every single game live on your BBC local radio station. And Albion's away record only bettered this season by Newcastle, Manchester City and Arsenal. Even that might change if Albion can hang on to this scoreline. He's gone off the far side there. Let's see what happens. Maybe that has changed their thinking, because Undav was certainly looking like he was going to come on, but to see whether Enciso makes it back onto the pitch. Pallister just caught there. He's gone down now. I thought it was late. Buonanotte on the right. His first real touch now to get on the ball. Here's in field. McAllister's gone down. The ball's put out of play by Pascal Gross. Much to the annoyance there. It was definitely late, wasn't it, Warren? I just think the referee just didn't spot it, really.
No. Just looking at he's got the ball, hasn't he? He just lays it off.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Sussex have drawn with Leicestershire in the County Championship. So really, they've been undone by weather on a few occasions at Worcester, and now at Leicester as well. Reaction to come a little bit later on, but they are second in the Division 2 table.
Just going to looking at these stats, Johnny. 60% possession, Brighton have had. Coming to the Emirates and controlling the game more or less.
Well, we've said it before, haven't we, Warren? Sometimes teams that come at you, it suits the Albion, whereas, you know, we've had Nottingham Forest and Newcastle and Fulham and Everton, of course, who have sat back, and that doesn't really suit the style of play.
No.
I think they had to ride their luck a little bit, first 15 minutes perhaps, and it wasn't quite as convincing as maybe they would have wanted, but they've got themselves into this good position. Undav is now coming on. I think Enciso can't carry on. He's shaking his head, so I think he'll have to make way and head over to the far touchline. So that means that Dennis Undav will come on for the final 10 minutes or so. He's been told to get off the pitch on the far side by the fans. He has no intention of doing that, though. He's going to come to the near side. Well, he's not far away, is he, on the far side?
He wasn't when he went down.
If you think about where he went down, he was probably 1 yard inside the white line, so...
I think it's just a dead corner.
Opportunity knocks now for Dennis Undav. You can probably hear what the Arsenal fans think of the situation. Enciso is on. Albion's goal scorer makes way, and Dennis Undav comes on. He needs to hit the ground running in these final 10 minutes. We're on Dennis Undav.
Yeah, he does, yes. Strong up there. Hold the ball up for us and get runners off him. Danny Welbeck.
Well, I guess the other worry, Warren, is it an injury that could jeopardise his position?
I think it's caught.
Bang,
bang.
Yeah. Might be the ice pack and everything. Well, Arsenal have cleverly put the ball out of play, but deep inside the Albion half. A throw to Pascal Gross, goes straight out. Arsenal fans trying to do their bit to get on the backs of the Albion players, who are all tucked behind the ball as Gabriel switches it across to the right to find Kirior. Ben White. Away by Estupiñán. McAllister as well to get it back to the Albion left back. Undav trying to get to McAllister, who fires it forward towards Estupiñán, who made the run but couldn't get it under control. It goes out for an Arsenal throw.
McAllister's passing's been off today, Johnny, hasn't it? It's so high standards.
Certainly does. Albion on the verge of a 4th away win in 5 against Arsenal, but they've got work to do because here's Nketiah to the middle. Reece Nelson rushes off to McAllister, driving in on the angle onto his left foot. Dunk goes with him, puts it behind for a corner. That's got the Arsenal fans on their feet.
It is. I think Nketiah did us a favour there, taking his ground.
Yeah, I think he did. They're going to wait for Trossard to come across to take the corner from the left-hand side. 7 minutes remaining on BBC Radio Sussex. Albion leading by a goal to 0. The former Seagull winger, Leandro Trossard, to take the corner for Arsenal. Right-footed, launching it to the back post. Big jump there by Levi Colwill. Goes across the far side, and Nketiah steers it back to Saka. Saka, Smith Rowe. He tries to curl it in there. It bounces awkwardly, not cleared. Shot to Jesus. Away by Colwill. Sort of shovelled towards goal. There wasn't a clear direction there as Trossard tries to take on Caicedo. And Caicedo marshals the ball out of play for a goal kick.
He was asking for a penalty, weren't he?
Man up on his feet, 2 yards off the pitch is Adam Lallana. Shouting, clapping, urging his team on. Sat next to Adam Webster. We'll try and get an update on what the situation was with some of those injured players, but the players who played today have done a really good job. Clearance to the left to Mitoma. Now McAllister trying to get it back there to find Estupinian. Estupinian across the pitch outside of the left boot to find Buonanotte. Can he get his head up? A couple of options in field, but he plays it back to Pascal Gross. I'm not sure he was aware that Estupinian had got into the right back position. I think he's been pretty much in every single position so far in this game, Pervis Estupinian.
Yeah, look, I think Buonanotte has to do something better than that, doesn't he? I know he's kept the ball.
He has. Indab's offside. Light's not up. Now it is. Shot eventually from Undab. Will certainly be one of the candidates for Warren's man of the match. Undab reached a foul. Party it was, and it'll be a free kick for Arsenal inside their own half. Two candidates, and Cisse with the goal. It was set up by Estupinian. Toma's been dangerous. Colwill's been excellent at the back.
I'll give you a clue, Johnny. Who it's between. Both from the same country.
Really? Caicedo as well. Colwill's up there. Well, that's a poor clearance by Trossard. It falls for Undab. He's lobbed the keeper. Ramsdale's out. 2-0 Albion. Roberto De Zerbi runs down the touchline to celebrate what could be a huge goal and possibly another step towards European football for the Seagulls. Arsenal 0, Albion 2.
And you know what? These Arsenal fans are going out by the droves, Johnny. It's a wonderful finish, clinical finish. Trossard, I think, gives the ball away. Gets intercepted. It's what he has to do. Undab just lob Ramsdale, and he's lobbed him with ease. 2-0, bye-bye. Up to 6 we go.
Well, we've seen some calm finishes from Dennis Undab. We know he's got it in his locker, and there he just lobbed it over the top of Ramsdale, who was stranded in no man's land.
It's his pass out to Trossard, isn't it? Trossard trying to flick it on a corner, and he comes out then, and it's brilliant.
He's got an eye for goal, Warren. There's something there, isn't there?
Yeah. And I think De Zerbi likes him. He knows there's a player in there. Does he have to do a little bit harder in training or something? But he knows there's a player in there. We know there's a player in there. I think he's a goal scorer. Half a yard, he's getting his shots away, isn't he? That's what I like about him. And probably my shape as well.
You and me both. Here's Mitoma trying to take it clear from defence on that left wing. Clips there, free kick. Albion trying to take it forward. Should be a yellow card, and is there for Thomas Partey, who says, "Come on, that was my first one."
Tell you what, that journey on from Goodison Park, Pep Guardiola, that buzz, it'll be rocking now, won't it?
Well, he likes the style of football under Roberto De Zerbi. I think he likes Roberto De Zerbi's team a little bit more after this performance, but still a little bit of work to be done. Still 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining. There'll be plenty to add on as well.
Look at them Brighton fans, Johnny, jumping up and down, waving their shirts in the sunshine. Brilliant. What an atmosphere they're creating over there, the Seagull fans.
Here's Welbeck on halfway. Breezes past his man, but there's a handball in there, and it'll be a free kick. Well, I don't think they'll be going home in a rush. They'll certainly want to savour and soak it up in the sunshine. What a finish as well for Munda. He's on the ball again now. Well, straight to him there by Ben White. Now Mitoma using Estupinian. Couple of runners, finds it across to Buenanotte, but Kieran Tierney comes across there to head it. Clear. McAllister back to Dunk. Pushes it to Colwell. He leaves it now for McAllister, who's now starting to come into his own now, isn't he, in that deeper role.
Yeah.
I wonder whether it suits him more. Brilliant performances, great from Caicedo again at right back. Estupinian puts that out of play. He doesn't want to pick up another bookings on a card, so is Gross. They don't want to miss anyone else. Cecil's come off injured. Tierney, across to the left-hand side. Nelson, under pressure there from Facundo Buenanotte. Forward it goes. Dunk, still come out of his area and does the right thing, just launching it long. Buenanotte comes off his shoulder. Kept in play there by Nelson. He probably would have had the throw, but Buenanotte trying to win it back. McAllister, turned back by Gross, very calm from him. After that initial 10-15 minutes, Albion settled. I think they've grown into confidence. They've got them, a bit like they've got their mojo back, Warren.
The way they're playing, John, you're thinking, hang on, if you're neutral and watching this game, then who's second in the league and who's sixth? With the confidence of Brighton are playing. It's just the football, John. These managers was thinking, we say players to play like this.
I think they'll probably also be thinking if some of the decisions have gone their way at Tottenham, they could be moving on. He's at left back at the moment, rolls it forward, won't get it there to Mitoma because Tierney's done well. In he goes again.
Left wing.
Left wing. We've had a stupid down at right wing. We've had Caicedo at left wing. All hail Moises Caicedo. Kieran Tierney's got cramp. Not surprised. He's been run ragged by the Seagulls this afternoon. Get your text in 81333. Start your message with the word radio.
8 minutes.
Tweet us on @BBC Sussex Walk. 8 minutes. Wow. Well, we have had 8 substitutions. One of them came in the first half, though, so that won't count.
I thought it was 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, I was going to say...
Not minutes.
And Ciso was down for quite a while, wasn't it? Worked there by Colwell, getting it away from Smith Rowe to find Lewis Dunk. Albion just got to keep that ball moving with this 2-goal cushion. They'll be desperate for a clean sheet, Warren.
Yeah, well, it's 8 more minutes of pure football we're going to watch. That's what they want, you can see.
Certainly what the manager wants as well. Caicedo, he's got into midfield, Warren, hasn't he? And Gross has gone in at right back.
Yeah.
They've changed it around. Here's Welbeck, onto Undab, takes it away there from Kiwior. Outside the edge of the box, pulls it across. Mitoma with a chance. Oh, and he didn't really hit it with any conviction. Ben White was in front of him. Pretty simple job in the end.
But what he's done there, Undab, he's got his backside in and just turned, used his body strength to turn Gabriel. And then plays.
Neat ball in.
Oh, lovely. Lovely football. I said 8 minutes on it. Could put 10 up if they want 20. Not bothered. Where we're playing.
Arsenal have it now, inside their own half. Nelson finds Nketiah. He turns, but Pallister saw the danger. Came across, played it back there to Lewis Dunk. Caicedo. Tata comes in. And Caicedo goes down. But they do still have one possible change if they want to. Albion. Keep it rotating. They won't want to pick up any late injuries here. I said sometimes it's about resilience, Warren. Only once this season have Albion lost back-to-back wins, and they've certainly found a response this afternoon.
Yeah, people are asking for a response. I said it's just a bad day at the office, and everybody has a bad day at the office. So you have to react, and it's what...
Well, De Zerbi said, you'll see my real team on Sunday. And he was absolutely right.
True to his word, then. He's not even offside.
Oh, my Lord. Literally, the referee's assistant is straight in front of me. I have a direct line. I don't quite understand that, but...
Lino.
The Lino on this side's had a bit of a shocker today, hasn't he?
And the Rob Jones look with the big chest out and that muscles.
Yeah.
The linesman's got that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in the gym, I reckon.
Oh.
Albion leading by 2-0. BBC Radio Sussex. Get your thoughts in on the text and on the tweets and on WhatsApp. Here come Arsenal, looking for a response. Get to the edge of the box, shot comes in. Brilliant block by Buonanotte. Wasn't going to allow Reece Nelson a chance to get that on target. Steele barking some orders there in his defence to try and keep it tight, keep it structured. Gabriel.
Just organised, aren't they? 2 banks of 4. Undavan, Welbeck working hard.
Here's Nketiah coming deep. Rolls it across there to Ben White, former Albion defender. Smith Rowe stops just over his shin pads. Now Kiwior. Square now to Tierney. Across to the left-hand side. Nelson wants to attack Caicedo again. He's got past him this time. He gets to the byline. Can he get the cross in? Gross goes across the block. Comes back for Tierney. Tierney dinking it into the area. Forward comes Lewis Dunk to head it away. I make it. We've played 4 minutes of added on time. Another 4 to go. Given away there by Kiwior. Matoma has it. Rolling it forward. Where's the outlet? You know where it is. It's a stupid end. Tries to stick it up the line, but in the end it's a good recovery by the Polish centre-back. Callister took it too far. Loses possession. On a rare occasion, it has to be said. Party.
That's it. They've got the shape. No, leave no gaps. This is what you don't want to leave. 1 against 1 situations.
Yes.
The wide players, Reece Nelson, I said he's a quick player.
Lovely turn by Nketiah, bursts into the box. Lovely sliding tackle there by Moises Caicedo. Out comes Steele, goes to ground. Gunners fans want a penalty, but there was plenty of contact on the ball from the Albion makeshift right back.
It's great again. Caicedo, isn't it?
He's got to make up 2 yards, Warren.
Yeah, and get the talons right. Lewis Dunk's got easily turned. That's probably the first time in the game he's been easily turned there, Lewis. To his rescue. Yeah, it's a wonderful play. Caicedo.
Well, Albion with this backlog of games, you knew they had to deliver a performance and get a result. It's exactly what they've done. Great work by Undav there, holding up the ball, now releasing it to the left. Off goes Welbeck, bounces off the first challenge, cutting across the pitch. Undav again, looks up, shoots, parried away there by Ramsdale. On the rebound is Pervis Estupinian to make it 3-0. De Zerbi's on his knees celebrating, and the Albion on course for all 3 points, and Arsenal's title hopes in tatters. Arsenal 0, Albion 3.
Yes, that's the final nail in that. They're coughing now, Johnny. No chance of winning the league. What a performance on this Brighton side. And the man of the match for me, Estupiñán, gets his deserved goal. He's been involved, he's been here, he's been everywhere. Scarlett Pimpernel, what a player. 3-0, Brighton 3 points, up to 6.
Well, it's certainly been good for those Seagull supporters. They've been down the right end. All 3 goals have come in this second half. And they have been treated to a real performance by this side. And here you can hear them right across the pitch. An awesome day out in North London.
He needs some new trousers, or deserve it. Get them washed, get the green stains off them knees. His trainers have probably got grass marks on them. Pull his hamstring, mate. I don't know. They get that though, eh?
Well, I think anybody would clean his shoes, his trousers, or anything what he's done at this football club this season. More magic from the Albion, and it's nice to see Estupiñán on the score sheet. To be honest, at times he's played like a striker.
Yeah, brilliant. But again, Welbeck played was brilliant in that build-up, Johnny, as well. Undav held the ball up brilliantly, got his backside in, held it up.
Yeah, he did. He's done well since he's come on, Dennis Undav. Caused real problems for Arsenal. Well, Albion wanted those extra 8 minutes. He's given them another goal. Another boost to the goal difference as well, Warren. You never know.
But it's wonderful, because what they've got on the Spurs and Aston Villa, it's miles better goal difference.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to come complacent at all, and Estupiñán going in for the challenge there. Goes back to Matoma, who's just slotted in at left back to McAllister. He gets it back from Welbeck. Now they got the pass of it. Little flick there by Facundo Buonanotte to set Welbeck on his way. Over halfway. Good pace there from Reece Nelson to get back and hold up the former Gunners striker. Buonanotte calming it down. little loose pass there allows Trossard to get in, but he's giving it away against his former club, and Caicedo gets on the ball.
It's just wonderful. The Brighton fans enjoying themselves now, going to the All Lays.
Well, we had some great trips to North London last season, and once again, victory at the Emirates beckons for the Seagulls.
Well, the first trip to North London, I thought Dick Turpin was the referee, wasn't he? We should have won that, shouldn't we, against the Spurs?
Well, there is the final whistle. It is yet another victory at the Emirates for the Seagulls. They love playing Arsenal at home. They knocked them out of the Carabao Cup. Now they've taken all 3 points here in the Premier League. They're up to 6th, a point above Tottenham and Aston Villa with 2 games in hand.
It's just wonderful, isn't it? You can see the Arsenal fans getting behind them, but Arteta has to be purring at the Brighton players then. Absolutely brilliant. The 2 Ecuadorian lads, Johnny, I don't know where they get their energy from. Absolutely. One's playing left wing, one playing right wing at one. It's like crossover, isn't it? It's just wonderful. Every player there put a big shift in, and you can see the manager there hugging his back with the staff. Absolutely been.
Well, everyone's out there, aren't they? Lallana's out there, Webster's out there. They're all there.
But you know what? That red wine will be tasting nicer than Italians tonight, won't it? Oh.
Yeah, I think there'll be a few quaffed, that's for sure. Right across Sussex, right across Greater Manchester as well, because it really is a massive boost from Manchester City. But I think the good thing as well, Warren, is building themselves a bit of confidence going into the final 4 games of the season as well, because they were a little bit out of sorts against Everton. They did a little struggle for a little period, they gave the ball away, but towards the end of the game you could see that confidence coming back into the way that they were playing.
Yeah, I said it's a bad day at the office against Everton, and I think they'll learn the lesson not to chase games straight after, because Everton scored so early. We didn't need to chase it, did we? And we did. We left ourselves up wide open at the back, and what Everton did punished us. But today, you saw, and De Zerbi was right, he said, you'll see the real team, Brighton side today, and we haven't done, haven't we?
Also, huge focus on this game in terms of the title race. People right across the UK and the globe will be watching the style of football that Albion are playing at the moment, and it's scintillating stuff at times.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? And they should be purring. They should be, and the manager should take a lot of credit for this. The players have to take lots of credit for what De Zerbi is installing these players. Have belief in your own ability. Have belief to play this way. Don't be frightened if you're going to lose the ball. Because if you're going to be frightened to lose the ball in dangerous areas, and I want you to take risks, then I'll take the flak. You have to learn how to play. You have to learn to handle the pressure. And what they've taken it on board. It's absolutely wonderful. I mean, stride. We're not taking baby steps now. We have taken a giant stride this season. Wherever we finish in this league this season, we have taken a massive stride, and we have to keep making these strides now.
Well, Roberto De Zerbi going across to that corner, and they've got their shirts off. They're chanting. They're singing his name. And the players are now allowing Roberto De Zerbi to walk forward and lead them in their celebrations.
Rightly so.
Well, no one's going home from that corner of the ground. And it's great to see all the backroom staff there as well.
I tell you what, I just looked down on the side of the pitch, Johnny, and there's 2 greats down there, Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane. They might have to get a scooter guard between them 2.
Well, but Caicedo it was. I mean, you could draw some comparisons with Patrick Vieira, the way Caicedo plays. Oh. I mean, it's his all-round game, isn't it? But it's an all-round performance today, one. Difficult to pick people out, but who is your man of the match?
Well, I said it in commentary, Johnny, right at the end when he scored the 3rd goal. Estupiñán, I thought he was wonderful, and I said in the commentary as well, starting at left-hand side, and I'm talking about Corwell, the recovering challenges he made, absolutely brilliant. Got forward, so he passed it to your left back to the winger, Matoma. When he went on that side, it looked more Matoma on that side. On his side, on the right-hand side, he didn't take his full back on Tini, which I thought he could have done. But once he got, I thought Ben White, and he knows Ben White probably, he thought, on a foot race, I'll do you, mate. And he did. He sent it for the pies at one stage in that second half, didn't he? It's wonderful.
Important to back it up, though, on Thursday night as they go again.
Oh, yeah, of course you do. Rest now. Again, it's just like when you did get defeat. probably go and watch that video again. Watch it. Take positives, take negatives out of it. Not many negatives today, but then go again. Get on that plane on a Wednesday. Get up to Newcastle, and again, their crowd will be wanting to win. They're again on the other side. Yes, in the Champions League, probably need one more win, but they want to put a show on for the fans. Can we go up there and take another 3 points?
Well, it's been a thrilling performance from the Seagulls. Now it's over to you. Do you have your say on your football club? Text us, tweet us, give us a call. We'll try and get some reaction as well. It's been a wonderful win, and it's yet another win in North London. Full time then at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 3.
Massive